Now at 6, a Joplin City Council member resigns her position. Plus, a task force in Oklahoma seizes more than 36 tons of illegal marijuana. And some high school students in McDonald County roll up their sleeves to help the community for the holiday season.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Joplin City Council has a sudden vacancy. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Joplin City Council member Kate Spencer announced her resignation from the position. Spencer was elected to a general seat on the council in 2022. Mayor Doug Lawson says Spencer is resigning for family reasons. There are still 2 years left on the term for Spencer's general seat. It's going to be up for election in April. Because it's only for 2 years, it will not compete with the 2 full general seat terms up for election next year. The superintendent of Pittsburgh Schools announces his retirement. Richard Proffitt is stepping down after 34 years in education. During that time, he served as a teacher, coach, building administrator, and superintendent in 5 districts across Kansas before becoming the superintendent of Pittsburgh in 2018. Proffitt plans to finish out the school year and officially retire on June 30th. Another unseasonably warm out there. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it turned out to be another great day for us today. Temperatures into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. We have dropped back into the 50s right now, but we are dry. 58 in Joplin. Pittsburgh looks good as well. Most of us are sitting into the mid 50s to near 60 degrees. As we continue through the evening hours, the winds will start to lighten up. It was a little breezy at times for us today, but these will continue to calm down and be fairly light for us tonight. Pretty much clear skies, not a whole bunch going on for us, so that means quiet as we go through the rest of the evening. 50s, 40s, will bottom out into lower 40s later on tonight. It stays mild, but we do have some changes down the road. We're going to be looking at that all coming up here in just a little bit.
See you then. Authorities seized more than 36 tons of illegal marijuana in Oklahoma. The task force executed a search warrant on a Wagner County business where agents found more than 72,000 pounds of black market marijuana in a barn. The seizure is among the largest in state history. The task force also helped with the inspection of a Lincoln County medical marijuana grow operation. Authorities also found untagged marijuana in a car on the property. That discovery led to another search warrant that yielded 250 pounds of illegal marijuana. The Missouri State Treasurer today met with the Joplin Chamber of Commerce to discuss the local impact of MoBucks. That's a low-interest loan program that benefits farmers and small business owners. In Berry County, for example, the MoBucks program has provided $572,000 in small interest loans during the past program years.
It's a great program where you can reduce your high interest rates by up to 30%. So if you have an interest rate of, let's say 8.5% on your business loan, you can get it reduced to about 5.5%, which is a big savings for folks who are struggling if they have a very small margin of profit.
The state treasurer's office anticipates accepting new applications for loans beginning on January 2nd. Ronald McDonald House just received a donation which is going to go toward their biggest fundraiser of the year. Today, Decking Your Halls presented a check for $1,500 to the family charity as part of the 22nd annual Gift of Light, Gift of Love fundraiser. The annual fundraiser goes to benefit Ronald McDonald House and the Ronald McDonald Family Room. Those 2 programs offer families the care they need while their sick child is treated at Freeman Health System or Mercy Hospital, Joplin. Students who are part of the Rho Kappa organization in McDonald County High School are putting together a community Thanksgiving to support families affected by the Knoll Tyson plant closure. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
Thanksgiving is only 9 days away. For many, it's a time to gather with family and friends and enjoy a big meal. However, with the closing of the Tyson plant in Knoll, there may be many who are wondering if they'll even be able to have a Thanksgiving meal. That's where these students come in.
our leader, Mr. Holtz, had the idea of like, hey, we could do a Thanksgiving dinner. And there's 3 of us girls that took advantage of that, and we decided that we would get donations and we would just get it started.
Caitlin Metter is one of the students in the organization that put all this together. Despite giving credit to her sponsor, Mr. Holtz, he emphasizes that this project was all the students.
My role is relatively small. I have to give the credit to where the credit is due. The young ladies who have gotten all the donations, the kids who are going to be helping cooking, they're the ones who have really, taken this and just run with it.
Run with it, they have. By collecting donations, they were able to buy all the parts of the Thanksgiving meal, a necessity considering the hardship brought on by the county's recent Tyson plant closure.
I know that a lot of our former students and like people who I'm friends with, like their family, like it's hard because they can't afford everything that they used to. And they also they're either moving or they have to find a different job to provide for their family.
Though the closure has left its scars, these girls are determined to continue this work for years to come. Reporting in McDonald County, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
The students were able to buy green beans, mashed potatoes, and stuffing for the event, along with 35 turkeys and 15 hams. Coming up later in sports, John has details of a double overtime nail biter to finish the Lions football season. But first, a food bank in Arkansas takes on the task of feeding the hungry in the community. A new USDA report lists Arkansas as the state with the highest percentage of people facing food insecurity in the U.S. Reporter Brooke Buckner shows us how one food bank tackles that problem.
As sobering as that data is, it's not a complete surprise to us.
The increase in food insecurity is something the Arkansas Food Bank saw coming. Chief Development Officer Sarah Riffle says it could have a lot to do with a decline in federal government funding.
Coupled with the fact that we went directly into really tough economic times, everyone is really feeling the burn of inflation, especially in the costs of housing and groceries, and Arkansans are no different.
The new USDA report shows that 16.6% of Arkansans are considered food insecure.
But they don't know where their next meal might come from. So for many families, that means that they're wondering how they're going to put food on the table, not only for themselves, but for the people in their family as well.
And here at the food bank, they're seeing the need grow.
We have seen an increase in need pretty drastically over the last year, but specifically in the last 6 months.
Plus, Riffle says this time of year tends to be the busier season.
People want to give back, they want to come out and volunteer, but we always like to remind everyone that hunger is a year-round problem.
And it's not just an issue in Arkansas.
Food insecurity rose a little over 30% nationwide. So 1 in 7 Americans are now considered food insecure, which is the highest that it's been since 2014.
Despite the statistics, the food bank and several other organizations are trying to lower our state's food insecurity numbers one family at a time.
We rely on our community to help with that, whether that be donating to your local food bank or coming out to volunteer. Anybody can really help and step in the fight against hunger.
Food insecurity is also a local problem. KOAM and Fox 14 are going to hold our annual Feed the Four States Telethon Thursday during our 5, 6, and 9 o'clock newscast to fight food insecurity right here in our area. A little bit later, John's going to have a look at games still ahead for some local high school football teams.
Plus, our mild temperatures stick around, but there are some changes on the horizon. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a nice one for us today. We had a pretty good weekend, highs into the 60s, and then we warmed upper 60s to lower 70s over the past couple days. And you can see majority of November so far has been above average. One day that was right at the average. We had one day that was below it last Thursday, but a pretty good stretch over the last 4 or 5 days. And we're going to continue to see this as we go through the next few days. All right, let's go outside. Here's our downtown tower cam on top of the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We're looking off toward the north and to the east, but a great shot of downtown Joplin. We have pretty much clear skies, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the overnight hours tonight. 57 in Yates Center, 68 Independence, 60 in Veneta, Miami, 61 in Neosho. A little cooler Lamar at 54 degrees. We can go outside, 7th and Rangeline sitting at 58. The winds have calmed down, but these are going to pick up as we go through the next few days. Still light tomorrow, but once we get into Thursday, we're going to have those southerly winds gusting kind of in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range. For the rest of the evening, we slide back through the 50s into the 40s. I think most of us will bottom out right around 43 or 44 degrees, but we look good. Clear skies, few mid-level clouds out across central parts of Kansas, but in general, it looks pretty good. Upper level low, southeastern parts of the U.S. producing rain heading away from us. So we're going to focus our attention in the Pacific Northwest. Here's where our storm systems are starting to line up, and these will really start to affect us as we head into the weekend, and then also for us next week. All right, let me walk you through time. We're going to back down by 7 a.m. into lower 40s. Clear skies in the morning. We warm into the upper 60s by noon. As we get into the afternoon, most of us right about 70 or 71, very similar to what we saw today. Let's go 69 Pittsburgh, 71 at Grand Lake, Carthage, 71 degrees. Clear skies tomorrow night. We slide back into the upper 40s. And then on Thursday, highs near 70 again, but we are going to have those clouds increasing during the afternoon. It's going to be windy, and we have a cold front sliding in by Friday morning. We may get a couple sprinkles, a random shower, but that should be just about it. But it will cool us down as we go into Friday afternoon. But not on your Wednesday. 67 by noon, high temp of 70 degrees as we go into Wednesday afternoon. Even Thursday looks really nice with high temps into the upper 60s. And then we'll start to see some changes as we go down the road. We're going to get some rain chances in here by the time we go into, well, at least sprinkles on Friday morning. But then a bigger storm system that will start to affect us early next week. So let's walk through it. Pair of 70s Wednesday, Thursday, 59 on Friday. So a little bit cooler. Saturday looks good. Most of Sunday looks good. We're going to get some showers late Sunday. A cold rain on Monday. Chilly rain Tuesday. Right now Thanksgiving looks chilly, but it does look dry. There could be some snow right after Thanksgiving. So, I mean, yeah, we got a lot of changes over the next 10 to 14 days.
I guess so. It's been so unseasonably warm lately. We're not thinking snow.
I know it.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, the MIAA releases its 2023 all-conference football teams. Pitt State and Missouri Southern both have plenty of players on that list. John Dales has those stories and a lot more. It's coming up next.
The college football regular season is over in the 4 states. This Saturday, Pitt State finished 2023 with a 20-10 win over UCO to win a conference title. Missouri Southern beat Missouri Western 47-41 in a double overtime thriller. Today, the MIAA releases its all-conference teams. 19 Pitt State players receive all MIAA honors. Beginning with the first team all-conference, 7 Gorillas find themselves on that list. Tight end Devin Garrison, as well as offensive lineman Trace Jeffries. Then on the defensive side, defensive lineman Dubema Okonkwo, linebackers Jack Barkley and Alex Gaskill, defensive backs Michael Lacey and Rico Payton on the first team all as well. Gorilla QB Chad Dodson on the second team, along with O-lineman Zane Madison, defensive back Jalen Fuchsa, and freshman kicker Austin Schmidt. 8 more Gorillas round out the third team and honorable mentions. That full list will be on the sports page on our website. Meanwhile, Missouri Southern also well represented in the all-MIAA teams. Deontay Campbell leads the way. The tight end is on the second team all-conference after a 2023 campaign that saw him accumulate 6 touchdowns and just under 500 receiving yards. Offensive lineman Kenny Furman, kicker Drake Reese, wide receiver Jaden Stoshak, linebacker Colton Winder all get selected to the third team All-MIAA. Ife Current, Ian McSwain, Luke Sampson, Joaquin Tapuosoa, and Dylan Wright all receive honorable mentions. And again, You can find the full list of players to receive all conference honors on our sports page. That's KOAMnewsnow.com/sports. And if you want to experience Saturday's MIAA championship clinching victory like you were right there on the sidelines, you're in luck. The sports team here at KOAM excited to introduce a new video series called Sideline Pass. Our first edition premieres tonight at 8 o'clock. It gives you sideline access like never before, from pregame, in-game, and the championship celebration after the final whistle from Pitt State's 20-10 victory over Central Oklahoma. You can find it on our website as well, KOAMnewsnow.com/sports at 8 o'clock tonight, the KOAM YouTube page, or on my Facebook page. That's Dale's KOAM. We hope you enjoy. Over to high school football, we're nearing the final stretch of the playoffs and have just 7 of our local teams remaining in the postseason. This weekend, all 7 of those teams battle to keep their seasons alive. In Kansas, Colgan is our lone team remaining. The Panthers host a state semifinal on Friday. In Missouri, Lamar, Seneca, Webb City, Nevada, and McDonald County all will play in state quarterfinal matchups this Friday and Saturday. Then in Oklahoma, Wyandotte is our only team remaining in the Sooner State. The Bears go on the road for a second-round playoff game this Friday. Back to the all MIAA selections. 19 really is a crazy number when you think about it. That's almost all the starters on offense and defense.
It's a lot of great athletes,
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely.
The league agrees. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Fort Scott police investigate a break-in at the VFW over the weekend. Plus, the Pittsburgh City Commission celebrates a new fire engine being added to the fire department's fleet. And new studies show 1 in 5 school-age kids takes melatonin as a sleep aid. Why scientists worry the unregulated gummies could cause more harm than good. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's all coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Missouri Southern today inducted some regional media icons to its Hall of Fame. 3 children's programs were inducted today, including KOAM's very own former show, Fun Club. Also inducted was Bar 12 Ranger with the Ranger Ed Wilson and the Children's Hour with Norma Champion.
We need to recognize those who were the pioneers before us and those who started things. And some of the productions that we're honoring were TV, children's programming, and we don't do it the same way anymore, right? It's all taped. They were live TV shows.
Also inducted were the Black-owned newspapers, the Joplin Uplift, the Joplin Advance, and the Afro-American Leader, as well as John Hoffman, the general manager at KSNF. We pass on our congratulations. The Fun Club from right here, shot right here in this studio for a lot of years, up until 1985.
It's good to see longtime KOAM Lisa Oligus on there, too.
That's right. She's over at Missouri Southern now and doing very well.
Absolutely.
The weather looking good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Right back to about 70 for us tomorrow. 70 on Thursday. Cooler on Friday. We may get a few sprinkles in the morning. High temp 59. Majority of the weekend shaping up pretty good.
Final sports note.
Excited to premiere that new video series, Sideline Pass, bringing a lot of people down to, things that they didn't get to see at home or maybe even from the stands from Saturday's MIAA championship win.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to check it out for sure. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.